And then you need to get these Zerglings out because these are the final answer to what form of a two Rex is this.
Yeah.
Because again, the huge danger here is that it does not have to be aggressive. He could just make the 2 racks and you're just making 400 Zerglings and then he just expands.
I have been there before.
So there's that SCV, chase it all the way back home. Whoop, watch the cliff. 2 Zerglings down. So you gotta watch that. Now, you saw the double racks, you saw the Marines. I'd make a spine crawl right now, and I'd get a creep tumor down. In fact, here he's going to start pushing out now because he's got kind of a Marine base. And you can punish that with speed, but without it you can't. So that's kind of the weight and engage you're doing here as well. You've got Zerglings kind of floating around the map, and Marines are coming at you, so you're either...
Yeah, I'm not really
you know
sure
something I don't, or...
what these 2 guys think they're going to do.
Okay, so no reinforcements, actually. That's kind of good information. But here he comes, right up. Just going to get that Overlord, looks like. I guess you'll just have to donate it. But then a bunker could go down, or he can come up in your main. You better have Lings then. Yeah, move it over. Oh, it actually already hits. Now collapse on him. There you go, good. Pretty good. Move that spine crawler down right away. Now this is of the variation where he's not coming after you with it. But that doesn't mean that he's not just building up Marines in his base and looking to pop you that way. So if he opens up 2 racks like that, I like to get a pretty fast Baneling Nest. You're a little bit late on reapplying on the gas. You're very late on transferring over to the naturals, so you want to do that ASAP. And that's going to be your lifeline, because if he's just making Marines right now, which is what all your scouting indicates thus far, then you can be in trouble. You don't want to have just 8 speedlings. There you go. Maybe take the second gas, start that Baneling Nest ASAP.
Extra spine's okay, or is that a bad idea?
If you feel comfortable, a second one's okay, but like 3 or 4 probably not. Because if he's just switching to Marauders, they don't really matter. In my opinion. This is actually one of the things that I helped develop with Idra too, is just that fast Baneling Nest before even the layers even thought about being started. And right now you got to drone hard. You spend a lot of time with Zergling antics. Pull back. So this last Zergling has to let you know, is he expanding or attacking with that?
Run, little guy. We'll never know. So I feel like I'd have to make a round of Lings now.
I do too. I mean, with the Baneling Nest at least anyways. But you can compensate. Start your lair. Start your 3rd gas. Maybe go build a hatchery somewhere. Like at the 12 o'clock main. Somewhere he'll probably never go.
He's floating to the gold. This is really cute.
And you can see it. So at least you know he's expanding. And I'd look at that and be like, Banelings, nom, 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 you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
You could do it with the speed upgrade. I'd probably wait for the speed upgrade. I'd just macro up, get a bunch of Banelings.
So should I just be pumping units right now, or should I still be droning?
I'd be droning. If he's expanding, and you're already kind of locked in your head that you want to do a Baneling speed pop, then do that. That also gives you more time to get that creep over there. But at the same time, I'd have an emergency at least like 2 Banelings going right now. Okay, that's one of the things too. You always want to have at least a few, because if you leave it to reactionary time, sometimes that fails you, right?
Yeah. Okay, so
get these overlords working. One of the things I want is that network of overlords between the 2 bases. Drop plays coming in about 5-6 minutes. And here he comes. Oh, on the creep, dips away. And I love this. Get that Baneling speed. Yep. Oh yeah. 4th gas. Sure. So I don't know the exact number of Banelings it takes to pop that, but I can't wait to see it explode. So I hope you make my dreams come true.
I'll try. I don't know if I have the kind of economy to really pay for it though.
Well, I just keep making drones right now. Transfer over that new base. I mean, if he tries to attack your spine crawlers, on creep, 4 or 5 Banelings should pop him. And then any reinforcements you make will kill him. The Banelings are the Colossus to the Protoss as it is to the Zerg. I mean, that's like the most confusing way to word that possible, but they allow you to cut the corner. Like right now, you're able to drone because all he can make is Marines, and your Banelings shut down the threat of that for more cost than what you're spending on them. Yep, not even a base there. So your Baneling speed's almost done. I'd pull up there with this group of Lings, and that's going to be your Baneling squad.
Alright, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go crush this, or try to crush this Expo. But after that, he has to counter. So.
Yep, your Banelings will answer. So you just make more Lings and Banelings and start your Spire after you make this Baneling group. So now make your Spire. Queen at that third hatch, and then make a round of Lings, and that's going to be a reactionary force. And they got to be Banelings ASAP too, because you're right, he will counter.
I hope this is enough. God, it doesn't look like enough. They're going for it anyway.
We'll just get the SCVs at least with it.
Damn.
Just a few. That's alright. Killed most of the SCVs, he's got to repair it. And here he comes. You're right, he did make those Banelings. So it's going to be down to these 4. They got to be good.
Oh, what a
nope.
fail.
Okay, so those Zerglings you made, guess what they should have been?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, one thing we can extrapolate from this game that I really like is you were in great position this game. So we learned 4 or 5 more Banelings with that group, pops a planetary fortress. The third is excellent. He didn't even know about it. He didn't even think about it, okay? You were right about the counter. You predicted it, and then it came true. Unfortunately, with your own predictions, you didn't follow through, right? Like, you knew it was coming. You knew you needed more than 4 Banelings, but you didn't make the Banelings. It was that one mistake. That's what cost you. So hopefully we can get him in here again, because I'd love to see a rematch. I mean, you manhandled that fairly well. You expanded up into the high yield, very high risk, but also very high reward. And I think you had yourself in a position to punish it ultimately and tremendously. But you just didn't follow through.
That was so facepalm.
What's that?
It was such a facepalm moment. Just like, fail to kill the command center and then fail to defend the Marines.
Well, the four Banelings, unfortunately, were the saddest thing. you poked with him, you showed him, and then he was like, oh, okay, and he split 5 Marines ahead of his army.
Yeah.
And they, like, killed 2 of them.
We require more minerals.
Oh, man. ZVT's so hard. I don't get it, man. So many Zerg say it's their best matchup.
Yeah. It is hard, but it's rewarding, I think. Like, if you win a good ZVT, I feel like you played a really good game. Whereas with with CVP, you can just make Roaches and Corruptors and run as Protoss over and feel like, well, that was easy.
That's the
Not to say that the matchup's easy, but it can't.
That's the Protoss coming out at you, because every Zerg player in the world hates ZVP.
Yeah. But there's just not as much going on in the matchup, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the one where it's like, oh shit, I'm playing the best game ever made, and I can make it feel like that too.
Yeah. Oh, I just think Protoss and Zerg, I think that matchup's kind of fleshed out right now. But what do I know?
Yeah. Okay, so at this point we don't know it's a 2 racks, so I'd actually be, I usually make 6lings and start making drones. But you do want to hunt that SCV down. You are going to expand to that spot, so you want to make sure the SCV is not blocking that spot. That's something you always got to check on. Now, Marine up there hunting that Overlord, you probably already want to start your next Overlord and give that one up for dead. Even if it somehow survives, that should just be like a... Ooh, wow, I like that. You picked off that Marine hunting out in the field. Good. And another one. Now, the thing about that is sometimes when you kill a couple Marines for free like that, they give up on the 2 racks. But seeing these Marines out on the field should tip you off. You're like, So you want to expand, second queen, probably start taking your gas now.
Our forces are under attack.
Another Overlord getting hit. Go try to punish him. Or not.
I don't know. I just didn't feel like I had enough stuff.
Here he comes. Well, with speed you do. Good. So you killed 6 or 7 Marines.
But I still
But
feel
you've
behind
lost.
because I made so many damn Zerglings. I lost a couple
Yeah.
of Lords.
Should have moved that spine crawler down. Should have transferred drones over a little while ago. Poke up that ramp with 1 Zergling if you don't feel like risking all of them, but you got to see what's going on up there.
That's different. Starport and a tech lab.
We require
Yep.
more
2 racks and a starport. Usually that means like drop play. Can also just mean medevac Marines or something like that. So I mean, again, you want to have that Baneling Nest before the lair. Should have been started a little while ago. You got your macro kind of going, so Baneling Nest and lair probably close in relation to how soon they're both started. Spread that creep.
more minerals.
And then I would be occupying the tower outside his base, very importantly. That shuts down a lot of the range on his drop if it is coming. He probably will circumvent it, but maybe not.
More minerals.
And then right there, he did not. That's dropship. You got to head back right now and probably make Zerglings right now. And there it is, just to confirm it. So we know what's afoot. He's looking to do drop play. So if these lings don't get back home, then you are suicidal.
I need to just go.
Yeah, you can't attack up a ramp against 8 Marines with a medevac.
I didn't
You do have to
my
start your lair pretty soon, though, so you are late on this. That's hurting you.
Thought I was going, but obviously I missed it.
And then you want to ding up, you want to focus fire the medevac with your queen when it does show up. Your lings will take care of the rest. Hopefully. But if you wound it enough, it'll have to head home. There he is. Good drone reaction. Queen's kind of weird. Get the Banelings in there and then circle with the Zerglings. Focus fire the medevac. Here he comes, up the ramp. Now look at this. Look what you just did. Do you feel Gosu? I hope you do. Because you are. Just shut down that drop. And somehow there's already another one. Focus fire, same thing. And just get back to mining. Just don't let him occupy it too much. And then as a Zerg, as you lose those towers, you're actually at responsibility to replace them ASAP. Okay, so 2 Zerglings need to peel off and go do that. Because if there's like more dropships peeling over here and coming to kill you, you need to know.